Hello everyone. Can you believe it's March already? I can't. I don't know where the time is going. Excuse me. I'm not sure I've got much done this month, but I'll show you a little roundup of what I have done. I won't get much sewing done this week. We've got friends over from Ireland because it's the Cheltenham Festival and the boys go racing. And we've got a few other visitors through the week. So it's going to be a busy week. So I don't think I'll get much sewing done this week, which is fine because on Saturday I'm going to Hampshire Sewing Circles Sewing Day down in Andover. Never been before. Few little nerves, but luckily I've got a busy week, so that will stop me thinking about it and overthinking it. So I'm looking at, that will be nice to go after a busy week and just spend a day sewing. Don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'll know come Saturday morning. Or probably as I load the car, I will decide what I'm going to do. But there we go. I have made this month, I kept seeing these popping up all over Instagram. Ever so cute. You know I love my EPP. A Blossy basket. Look at that. How cute is that? It's 7 hexes, 1 on the bottom, 6 around the top, sew up the sides and then sew the other sides and it pulls it in. You quilt as you go, well, not quilt as you go, you quilt each hexagon first and then you just sew them together and you've got another, you know me and baskets, you've got another cute basket for clips, for snacks, for secret chocolate stash, whatever you choose to use it in. But look, you know I love my daisies, look. And I found this lovely red gingham in the centre. So I made one of those. I will be making lots more. I've got some, I've got a load of Liberty, I've got a box full of Liberty scraps, so I'm sure there'll be some Liberty ones coming through at some point. I also, Elise back, I'm really not sure how to say her name. She does EPP and she has an, the one, my Dilly Flowers pattern was from her. I've put the borders on. I sat and hand sewed them. How good am I? So this is my little Dilly Flowers quilt for the summer. So at some point I need to layer that up and then I can get on quilting it. I think I might machine quilt it just to get it done because spring is around the corner. We had some wonderful days last week. My husband spent virtually the whole of the week cleaning the garden, cleaned all the decks, all the patios, did all the lawns, just cleaned all the furniture, did everything ready. So spring is coming. If you get bad weather, it's probably his fault, but spring is coming. So I just want to get that done. So at some point I will layer that up and I'll just machine quilt it just so it's done and it can be used out in the garden. Elise also runs an EPP club, which you can join for a year and you get free patterns and block of the month and, you know, because I don't have enough block of the month to do at the moment, do I? But anyway, I joined, I've been wanting to join and she reopened sign-ups recently and I managed to get in. And this is the first block of the new block of the month that started this month. It's called Cosmos. Look at that. And I'm so pleased with this because I fussy cut everything apart from the blue. So I saw I had a stack of fabrics in my stash, really old fabrics. I wasn't sure if I'd have enough, but I think I will. I've gone for the medium size. I'm not making the setting blocks in between yet because I'll probably do those in a plain. But I'll wait until the end when I've done all the main blocks and see how much of the pattern fabric I have left. But I saw this and I thought, oh, that would make a lovely centre. And then I just picked the colours from that and then I fussy cut all of these I even fussy cut these so they just weren't random and going off in different directions, and then I fussy cut those. And I had a lovely day. My husband went horse racing Saturday, so I was in all day on my own with the dog. So I just spent the day fussy cutting and prepping, and then I sewed them up yesterday evening after the grandchildren went home. So, but how pretty is that? I'm really excited for this. I have no idea what it's going to look like at the end, but there we go. I'm very pleased with the first block. What else have I done? Liberty, my Alice Caroline flower garden quilt. We had 2.5 blocks this month, which I thought was, you know, pushing it a bit, as February was a short month, but there we go. There is my half block. I've done that one. I found that much easier to sew in groups. I sewed the hexagon with the 3 triangles and put those diamonds in, and then I sewed in chunks, a triangle there, the hexes, and then that triangle. I think for me it just made sense to do it that way, and it went together better. It was one you could have sewn it all in rows, but that's a very long row and there's a lot of room for error. If you're slightly off on one, then you're slightly off on the next. It could end up a bit of a wonky strip. So I sewed in groups. This was one of the other blocks. How pretty is that? It's like really soft, delicate fabrics and colours. I really like that. Did that one. And then this one, I'm really pleased with. It was a happy accident. The centre diamonds was William Morris fabric. And I had the templates, so I thought, there's enough. I'm going to fussy cut. And I was trying to get 2 birds on each one, and I couldn't quite manage it. So I just did it the best I could. And look how that centre has turned out. It actually, a happy accident, it looks like I've got a hexagon in the centre with triangles around it, but it isn't. Each one of those is a diamond. So I was really pleased with that fussy cutting. I think fussy cutting is in my future. I've always thought, oh, it takes more time, you waste more fabric, but you know, I've got enough fabric, I can waste a bit. So yeah, I was really pleased with that one. So I'm getting very excited. I am now starting to see pictures on Insta and Facebook of people who finished the flower garden quilt last year and are starting to show the quilt, the whole quilt. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It's just, it's a little bit part of me. I'm very, little bit ADHD, I think, with some things. I'm always wanting to just, yeah, I just want to do that. I want to do that. I want to start it, so a bit of me is like, oh, I wish I had it all in one go, but I'd never get it done. I'd run out of time. There'd be other things come in and I would never get around to finishing it. I know me of old. That's my pattern. So I'm, as frustrating as it can be waiting each month, I'm glad it comes each month because I do get the blocks done. So far anyway. It's only been 2 months. Here is month 3. That arrived a few days ago. I haven't even looked at it yet. So let's see. Lovely package as always. Let's see what we've got in here and what we're going to do this month. Month 3. What blocks have we got? Here we go. We have got month 3. Oh, we've got 3 blocks this month. And I've got a busy month. I'll get them done. Lovely green one. Lovely bluey one. And a lovely pinky one. So that's nice. 3 blocks. That's good. Got your... Always give you your diagrams, your cutting diagrams, which is good. So, this is the full quilt layout. I have done, that was month 1. that was month 2, those 2 in the half block, and this will be month 3. So nearly a third done when I've done these ones. That's exciting. But let's get to the best bit. All your paper pieces. All comes beautiful. Let's see what gorgeousness we have this week. Right, here are the bigger pieces. And I've got the whites in. Let's take the whites out, because white is just white fabric, isn't it? We don't really need to look at that. We all know what a bit of plain white fabric looks like. So that's very pretty. That one. That one, that's lovely. Pretty, pretty. Oh, I love this one. I really like that one. They're the bigger pieces. Oh, pretty colours. Look at that. Very nice. I mean, I've got a stack of Liberty scraps, and I look at some of these and I think, have we had that before? I don't know if you get a different fabric all the time. You probably get a fair few different ones. That's really nice. Upside down. There we go. Palm trees. Oh, it reminds me of holiday. That'd be nice to think about while I'm doing that. Beautiful green one. That's pretty. This reminds me of my mum. My mum loved flowers, and she loved what they called hydrangeas. When we were small, she had a huge hydrangea bush in the front garden, and you know, a lot of people didn't have cameras then. We're all so used to taking photos and videos, but it was always a special event to have a photo taken. And oh, pretty. I love a teeny tiny print. My mum always used to make us stand next to this enormous hydrangea bush because it was a nice backdrop for the photos. And I was terrified of them because the flower head was as big as my head. And it freaked me out that there was a flower that was, its actual flower was as big as my head. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I hope I can fussy cut that. That could be interesting. I'll have to look up later and see what shapes we have to cut from that one, because that could be very interesting. Got this one. I have a feeling we might have had that one before. I can't remember. I don't know if I've seen it in the monthly block or if it's in my box of scraps. That's pretty too. I mean, they're all pretty, aren't they? They are all. That could be some nice fussy cutting as well. That could look quite geometric. Right, let's have a look. 2 more. Lovely green one. Oh, and a lovely soft pinky one. Look at that. So there you go. I'm going to be busy this month because I will lose this week. I might actually, if I haven't got time to prep anything else for Saturday, I might actually just take this and get going on it on Saturday to Hampshire Sewing Circle. It also means I don't have to lug my sewing machine down and everything else. I can just take my box with my bits in, my templates, scissors, glue sticks. What else do I need? An ironing pad and my mini iron. I can take that. It'll be one bag that I've got to carry. So I think that's made my mind up. So hopefully I'll make a good start on those on Saturday. And yeah, but I hope you've all had a good month. I hope you've all had some lovely time sewing. I also this month did make the Mrs. Quilty quilt, which is in a previous video, so I won't bore you and show you again. But I think that is all I've got around to. Oh, I have been quilting my Advent blocks. I've been quilting them all. I've also cut the half hexies. Let me see. I've cut the half hexies to straighten up the sides. I've cut the triangle, the setting triangles, which will go around each one. So I've got to quilt those. And I've been quilting these blocks. I was going to hand quilt, but time was cracking on. And I just thought, oh, I'll run them through the machine. But yeah, I've quilted all of these now and the half hexies. I've got a little stack that I need to tie off the threads at the back, and then I can put, then I can do the triangles, and then I can start putting it all together. So actually, now I think about it, yeah, for a short month, February's a short month, I've got a fair bit done, but not sure how much I'll get done this month, but it's nice to check in with you. I'm pleased I'm still being accountable. And I'm trying to, and still pushing myself out there. Saturday is an example of that. But I'm not going to talk about that much because I will end up overthinking, talking myself out of it. But no, have a great month, everyone. I will be back next month. Let's see how much I actually get done. If I get the Liberty blocks done, I will be very pleased. So I will see you in a month's time, unless I do some quick little videos in between. But for my monthly roundup, that's it from me, and I will see you next month. Okay, bye.